I am Captain Cringiest of all. Alright guys, what's up man? What's with the Ben Dagros stuff? What's with those shorts? I was watching his video, man, and I had no idea what he was gonna say. I just wanted to check out why he was leaving. I thought I would film a reaction in case my reaction was good. And through the process of hearing that, to hear somebody just go into like normal shit I can relate to, but then get so pompous with such an attitude to just want to punch down at the other YouTubers, the other skate YouTubers. I don't know, that's the way I took it, right? We all come at things from a different filter in our own life. And so I just can't spin it any other way other than he was just being an asshole and being a little bit like, fuck, you know, I'm the only guy with any integrity here, and I'm not gonna let you take a selfie of me and use it as a meme or something like that. Like he literally, let me show you. In his video, holds a skateboard up like this. Like, I'm not gonna take some cringe meme photo. Like, I'm not gonna take some cringe meme photo like that. You're not gonna be able to screen grab it and make, I'm like, what? And so the whole thing about my channel is really about trying to help other old dudes like myself, or people who are shy or self-conscious or just nervous about getting out there and doing the things that they want to do. It's about trying to inspire them and help them. You know, if you get like I got a comment on the channel, it was maybe 2 weeks ago, from a guy that said he went out to this, no, it was on my Facebook group. So the people that are in the Prodigal Son OG Skaters on Facebook will remember the comment. The guy's like, yeah, I went out to the skate park, and then about 3 o'clock, this guy with his girlfriend come in, and this guy starts being an asshole to him or something like that. Starts kind of like talking shit under his breath about him being a fat guy or something like that. And I'm like, wow, really, you know? But I commented back, and I'm like, you know, OGs rule the early day. You know, are you going out there in the morning? Because that's really when most of the older guys that are maybe a little self-conscious go, because the young kids that want to start shit, if there's any, and honestly, my experience at the skate park has not been that way. I haven't seen anybody that was an asshole. And actually, the worst situation I ever had at the skate park, really the only time, was a chick. And it was early morning, like post party, you know, that early morning hour, like we crash in the bowl because we didn't have anywhere else to go. And this girl was kind of like trying to start shit with me. So that was weird. I wanted to address and respond, make a video response to this comment from Frankie W 311. Now, he's been a subscriber on this channel for a long time. He's a member in the Facebook group. I've known this guy for, I don't know, 5+ years, probably easy. And he skates with this kid. He's a believer. You know, we got a lot in common with like punk rock and stuff like that from back in the days. He's a good dude. And he's trying to leave me some constructive criticism. He's trying to help me because he realizes my channel is roadkill on the side of the road right now. At least he's feeling like that. It's not, because it only is if I quit. And I don't plan on quitting. I may plan on changing, but not quitting. But anyway, I wanted to read his comment. For those who aren't able to watch the video right now, I'm going to read it. So he says, dude, if I can offer some brotherly criticism without coming across as rude, I would focus your channel back on your roots. Definitely a good idea to release that old footage, but perhaps make a separate channel for the rap stuff or reaction vids, and just allow PSOG, Prodigal Son OG, to be what it's always been. OG skate sessions, gear review, and skating with your family. That's at the heart of the channel, and that's the stuff I enjoyed watching. Once that happens, your views will rise back up. Much love, brother. So, first off, I appreciate your comment, Frank. I can understand totally where you're coming from. I don't get it. Because it wouldn't be me. That's not how I watch YouTube. If Adventures in Skateboarding said, you know, he was gonna drink a couple extra beers one night after a skateboard setup and going to do a rap song, I would find that freaking amazing. And I would love to watch anybody do that, because it takes a set of balls to do that. If you're not already involved in music, it's freaking hard, right? It's something I'd be into. So I don't really agree totally, because it's not the kind of thing I go for. When I do watch YouTube, and I got a comment from Darko Nation basically telling me the same thing. When he watches YouTube, he likes to get to know the creator, and he'll watch pretty much anything they do as he gets to know the person. And that's how my channel started. It started out being just content of my little kids playing with other little kids with teddy bears and skateboarding at the park when they were like 5 and 4 and stuff like that. And then gradually over time, it got a little more planned out, you know, with reviews or tutorials or things like that. But I hear what you're saying about getting back to the roots. When someone's done over 1,000 videos, and right now my channel may not say 1,000, it's because I've deleted about 300 videos due to PACA and other situations with content that was deemed for kids or something like that. I've had well over 1,000 videos. And when you spend the hours and the time over 7 years, you want to get some payback for it, you know? Now you're making a little bit of money, and now you're having to include that on your tax return. You're getting some write-offs, which that's a bonus, and you're making a little bit of money. But to sit for that kind of hours continually, no one will start YouTube. And I'll be straight up. If you're trying to start a YouTube skate channel, I would say don't. I would say don't, unless you just want to upload your footage and you're not going to pay attention to the numbers and you're not going to really try to make it work, at least for the first several years, and just see how it goes. You know, I noticed Dino from our Facebook page has started one, and, you know, he's got the right attitude. He's aggressive enough of a skater and definitely a newbie when he got started. And, you know, he's got the chance if he wants to just bury his head, put his horns down and charge through it. But it is a lot of work. If you're banking on it, I don't think I would do it. It's a lot of work for very little money for a lot of years. And maybe that's why other creators like John Hill and Ben Dagros are quitting, because they're like, man, I went full charge at it. And I think that's the angle where Ben's coming from in his video, where it's like, man, I made as strong and good an effort as I could have to bring the best quality content to the people, and they've got an attention span like 2 seconds, and I got to do a bunch of fast jump cuts and quick edits and cringy bullshit, and I don't want to lower myself down to the common folk to try to make content that they want to watch, Ben, that they want to watch. Let's face it, I did get a comment on one of these other short clips that said something about Ben's exposing the problem with the algorithm. But that's not true. I mean, you may see it as a problem with the algorithm that's rewarding someone for bad thumbnails. That's not what's happening. The algorithm is basically sharing more content that gets more views and more thumbs up. If Ben's not doing a dorky enough thumbnail, that's his problem. I mean, that was a missed opportunity there, from what I say. But clearly he's afraid to look like a clown. But what is he showing us there? He's showing us how freaking judgmental he is. When he watches content, he cringes. He says you're stupid. He thinks that you're lame. You know, when I look at people doing that, it doesn't even cross my mind. The more funny and the more real someone is in a video that I'm watching, the more I appreciate it. I didn't subscribe to Ben and I didn't watch Ben because I could see his attitude right through him. And it was confirmed by other people that had interactions with Ben, either in person or even most of them I think were just online interactions where, man, he's not a homie at all, dude. Like, he's all business. Whatever, to each his own. It's a free world. Do whatever you want. That's fine with me. I wanted to also respond to the next comment here from HokeyMan9094. Yes. Now, he puts caps. If you're not able to read this comment with me, right here, he puts in caps. Yes. stop rapping. Stop rapping. And doing bicycle wheelies. No more wheelies. Skate. Old men skate sessions is what the people want. And I'm going to tell you this, Hokey man, because clearly you're not aware of what really happens on YouTube. For one, subscribers don't get you paid on YouTube. It means absolutely nothing. It's views. Views are the only thing that matter. The more views you get, the more ads that run, the more money you make. Simple as that. If you have more subscribers and more regular people watching your content regularly, of course that's a good thing. That can help. But overall, you say like don't do reaction videos. I think Frankie mentioned that. I don't think Hokey Man mentioned that. But Frankie mentioned reaction videos. Okay, so I've done a few, 5 or 6 reaction videos to professional skaters like old timers. Day One Song, the Andy Anderson video. The Andy Anderson videos paid me some decent money. It's number 1 every month that I make a little bit of money on. And sometimes YouTube really pushes it out there because I think it's at around 500,000 views now. And it can be substantial, 500 a month or something like that. It might last for 3 months and then it all of a sudden drops off and slows down, but it's still my top earner. It might just be $40 a month or 50 or something like that. One of my next top earning videos is the one I did, an SE bike, like learning the gear ratio for riding wheelies. And I'm explaining that in my garage. I don't even think I show any actual bike content, but that's like in the top 5 every month. And I'll make $5 to $10 on that every month. So right now, the stuff you're telling me not to make is the stuff that I actually make some money on. Okay, as far as the raps go, the real thing for me behind the whole Prodigal Son channel was, and the reason I named it Prodigal Son, because I realized that when my kids were born, I made a transition, So like when I was young, I was a skateboarder. I had a good car, but I would ride my mountain bike 30 miles to my girlfriend's house just for fun out of high school. I would ride my mountain bike to the skate park. I would, just for fun, just for exercise, that was the type of person I was. And yeah, I had other friends that would be like, oh, let's just go to the mall. You're not that friend for me. I don't do that shit, right? So then later on in life, you get a little older, you get a little more serious about work, your car payment's bigger, and you're getting married. And now skateboarding's out the window, and you're not supposed to do that anymore. And people will go from 10 to 30 years, And in my case, it was about 25 years of not skateboarding that I had kids late in life. And at a certain point, my kids got old enough, and it was like, oh, I want to show them some of these fun things I used to do. And it reawakened, right? The prodigal son came back, and returned to the things that, ignited excitement in my own life, came back to me again. And now it's like, I want to do it. I want to be better. I want to show my kids. I want to do it with them. I want to be a good dad and all that kind of stuff. And a big thing on my channel is about teaching and being an example to other older dudes that feel too fat or they feel too dorky or they feel too old to get out there and do it too. They're shy. They feel like they're too old to belong at a skate park. And I'm trying to enlighten them to seeing like, man, if this guy can do it, then I can do it too, right? Teaching them to try to overcome the fear that's in their head, to have a more of a positive outlook that you're not going to get hurt, that you're going to be able to learn this, that injuries are going to heal faster. And, the enjoyment and the happiness and the energy levels that bring your thought, bring you healing and bring you success. Ultimately, you get down in the dumps. And you know what? I watched a little bit of the clip from John Hill. John Hill was saying he was going to quit his channel too, and he's got 1.19 million or something like that subs, and he's like, talking about like how the hate comments can bring you down, and the fact that he wants to pursue art. He really doesn't want to skateboard anymore, and it wasn't about injuries because he's doing parkour and other things. He's just like, I just don't have the desire in me. And that's largely how I felt when I got out of the hospital. Not to mention, my body was run down and super weak, and I felt like the joints weren't held together properly. I mean, maybe the lack of activity had my like knees loose or something like that. Since then, it's coming back. So we take a bike ride, and my son is on his bike doing wheelies, and all of a sudden, he reached a new level of the game. And he's now able to ride these wheelies for like a mile. And he's not falling down. He's stopping the wheelie because he's tired. That's how good he's gotten. And just the joy of a father to see that, it made me want to do it with him. And as soon as I thought to myself, like, I want to know if I can do this again, like I don't want to tuck my tail and be done. I don't want that to be it. And boom, flat my tire. I grab my bike, throw it over my shoulder. I'm walking home with this big bike. I get home, the family's there waiting for me, and I grab my other bike, my wheelie bike, and I get back out on the trail, and I start doing the best wheelies of my life too. And I'm realizing that I have some sensitivity in my knee, but as long as I don't push it, or as I just allow myself to heal, and hey, don't push it, right? Like, I can pull a wheelie back up, but be careful for your knee. And I had a great day, and I had a realization that, man, none of this is over. None of this has to stop. This is going to heal. I'm going to be back to normal, the way I used to feel before I got in the hospital. If you don't know, I had mono a couple of months back. They call it Epstein-Barr. Like, I remember back in the day, I dated a girl who she was an actress. She was actually on the TV show. I dated her, and well, man, maybe I shouldn't say the name. Anyway, she had cold sore one night. And yeah, I got drunk. I kissed her a lot. So they told me in the hospital that this was Epstein-Barr, that this was kind of like related to the herpes virus. And it could lay dormant in your body from like even the age of 1. You can get it from your mom if you're being born or something like that. And I'm reminded, because I always remember the day that I thought I was immune to the herpes virus. I can kiss people with herpes. I never did it again, but apparently I probably had that laying dormant, and it came alive, and it almost killed me. It was no joke. It was seriously like a battle with Satan every night. That's another thing on this channel. Some people don't like me praying, especially the time of the situations we're seeing in the world today are very two-sided when it comes to that, and I'm not a church-going Christian. I'm a believer. I'm a believer in a higher power that loves me, that protects me, and that's it. That's it. So there's no dogma here, I let everybody do what they want to do as far as religion goes, and that's it. But I like to pray, and I like to share me, because it's YouTube. I like to share me with you guys, like the real me, not like a fake facade, like somebody. So let's see, I'm like dieseling all over the place. So, but this channel, really my main goal of this channel is to be an example to other old dudes that live your bucket list. Do the things that you wanted to always do, but you never did. Now you got the money to afford those things, hopefully. So you can get that bike if you want to learn to ride wheelies, or you can, buy that surfboard if you want to hang 10 for the first time, or whatever it is you want to do, it's all available to you now. You just got to get off the couch and believe that, yeah, man, I can ride a one wheel at 55. I just had some dental work done last week, and my doctor just came out of a sling from a one wheel accident where that regenerative braking kicked in and threw him over the bars, so to speak. And it trashed him, but he's living life. He was able to still practice, but he's living life, right? That's what it's all about, You got to get joy from something, or that stress from every day mundane activities we do can get to be too much. So, Hokey Man and Frankie or Frank, do you get it? Do you get it? I mean, if I have to do YouTube for one certain kind of content, I'm not going to do it. And I have started other channels. I started a Bike Life channel. I did that. And it's just growing a channel's a bitch, and it's stupid. It's a lot of work. It's a stupid lot of work. And there's just no point in doing it. This channel is really going to be about me inspiring other old dudes. Whether it's skateboarding, whether it's riding bikes, whether it's getting out of your comfort zone and finally making a first rap song and writing music. I love that. And I don't intend to stop that for anyone. If you don't like it and it's too hard for you to see in your feed on YouTube, oh, Prodigal Son put up another rap video. Like, fuck that guy. Like, I'm over this shit. I'm gonna freaking unsub right now. I'll tell you what. When you unsub, no one knows. When someone has 14,000 views, no one knows. Unsub if you want. Because no one knows. You know, while you unsubbed, 3 more subbed. So I think 2 subbed. No one cares. But why is it so hard? And why you gotta be so judgmental? You know, why can't people come on and be like, yo, I'm gonna go hit a period in the comments section for Prodigal Son. So that way he realizes like, yo, dude, I support what you're doing. You may bug me sometimes, but I'm not that judgmental anymore. And I can let some shit go once in a while because occasionally I appreciate an honest reaction video or hey, you attempted, okay, look, my Fight Club pop punk song I did, that one sucked. I agree, that one sucked. But can you not at least cop a laugh from it? You know, it's skate content. This is literally skate content. Is it not a little bit interesting? The words I try to fit into a song to see. Come on, man, the one I rapped about Grosso, that one was good. Come on, man, what are you tripping on? Let's find one right now. I'm gonna find one right now, and I'm gonna put it on here. Let's see. Let's go to. All right, so let's hear one of these rap songs and see how bad this is for my channel. I really don't get it. I really don't get it. Let's just open this one up right here. You know what? Let's find the full version. What's up with the music? Average Man Skater. Average Man Skater right here is the one I did with Jeff Grosso. There is a playlist on my channel in case you want to hear the cringiest music there is. I'm just a new guy breaking out of the comfort zone just like I did with skateboarding and trying to do something new that's really fun that me and my boys and my daughter, if she'll ever do it with me, can do together. Right now we're talking about getting drums. I have some guitars. I can't play it, but we want to do what Dino's doing with his family. So let's click on this thing right now and let's see how cringe and how bad this really is, guys. All right, so here we are. Let's see how cringe this is. Tell me, like, is this really bad? If I do this in a couple of videos, every 3 or 4 videos, this is really bad to do? Help me out with this. Hello, guys, I'm back again. The vibe today means I'm sure to win. In the boardroom up on the wall, my archives hung, I could have picked them all. I went back 5 years or so. I will say this. I'm pointing. This is just a skate video I made. And then I made the song. And it happened to somewhat go together. You can see I talk about big balls, Spitfire wheels, which are big heads. But I forgot that. I thought they called them big balls. So that's kind of a funny little trip up in the song. But this just happened to coincide. A blue OG bars from Black Label, rolling on rock candy wheels. Let's get it, boys, let's make a kill. Come on, man, this shit takes so long. Let's get some fucking freestyle up in this song. You shake your head cause you're thinking I'm crazy. You might be right, but at least I'm not lazy. So I'm back again to get another win. Even on this old board, I think I'll roll in. I'm not afraid, man, that's not my game plan. I got faith, it's time to do it again. I got the big balls for the steep walls. Spitfire wheels got me covered again. I don't even know the words to my own song. You know why I don't know the words? Because I'm not a perfectionist. I know this isn't perfect. I know that in order for me to ever get good at this, I need to do this a whole shitload of times. Why spend so much time trying to make it perfect when I gotta do it? It's like YouTube. You're gonna get better as you go. It's gonna take you a few hundred videos to get decent at video editing, to learn the tricks and do all that stuff. It's just gonna take time. And I'm already old and already maybe a slow learner when it comes to technology and all of that. I don't know how to set beats per minute. I don't know how to make sure things are in key. I just try to make it sound, my voice sound decent and do it, you know? There's a whole lot involved in this. And there's hours and hours of extra editing and video time and audio time to make something like this work. And when someone just fucking disses on it, man, it does hurt, you know? It does hurt a little bit. It's like, wow. I did that song with my son and I got like 60 views or something like that in the first day, and it got 5 likes. I was one of those likes. Out of 60 people that watched it, 4 people liked it. Sometimes it kicks you in the gut, and the idea about making more footage so the nitty-picky old guy gets exactly what he wants, because when he scrolls his YouTube, he can't click past the one that's got me rapping in it. Or he's pissed because he accidentally clicked on it and he viewed 30 seconds and the algorithm fucked me over for the misclick. It is what it is. But it doesn't prove to me at all that I should be uploading it for anyone other than me, to document my family's life, our accomplishments, our trials. And, you know, one day, if I keep doing this, I'll be good, because I believe I will. And you will too if you do it. Whatever it is you want to do, just start doing it. Don't let the naysayers bring you down. Let me try the deck. I call Frankenstein, shaped up from an alva, which have Grosso lines. Rest in peace, homie, a legend of our time, and in my opinion, had the most stylish grind. Google says you're an average man skater. It sounds like a compliment backhanded from haters. I never was much a Tony Hawk stan. It is a compliment backhanded from haters. And they call Jeff Grosso, like I literally looked up, what do they call Jeff Grosso? And they literally call him an average man skater, because like he was cool as fuck. We all liked Jeff Grosso. He was funny, but he wasn't as good as the other dudes. Simple. You know, he was like the novelty skateboarder, but he's the one that we all loved because we're average Joes. And I'm certainly, I can't rest in peace, homie. Wait. Let me try the deck. I call Frankenstein, shaped up from an alva, which have Grosso lines. Rest in peace, homie, a legend of our time, and in my opinion, had the most stylish grind. Google says you're an average man skater. It sounds like a compliment backhanded from haters. I never was much a Tony Hawk stan. I'm certainly average, a Grosso fan. The funny thing is, that being said, if you saw my YouTube, you'd roast me instead. Making fun of the group that I grind. I think it's funny, promise, I wouldn't whine. I'm making fun of myself. If you saw my YouTube, you'd roast me instead. Making fun of the groove that I grind. I know it's funny. I forgot that last line. What does he say? Making fun of the group that I grind. I think it's funny, promise, I wouldn't whine. That's a difference since 2020. Hurt someone's feelings and you lose your money. Or you could fake it
to make it. Wear some pantyhose or go get some fake tits. Still in Mulvaney now, you had the plan. Now you're sitting there with a custom beer can. It's okay though, no hate though. I'll be first in line at the pearly gates, yo.
So, like, seriously, I'm asking a question. Does having that in some skate footage, is that terrible for you? Is it terrible? I mean, to me, that's freaking rad. Some people, it's a little harder to be as cringe as Captain Cringe the most. Don't take yourself so freaking serious. You know why? Because you'll end up being unhappy with yourself when in 6.5 years you only made 105,000 subs. Boo-hoo! Damn. Anyway, I'm going to leave that right here. I'm going to try to edit this piece into something that makes sense. But you know what? I'm not going to judge myself too hard. If it doesn't come out right, I'm just going to roll with it. That's it. All right, man. Peace. Late.